Let's talk about the cryptocurrencies now, where we have seen the prices surge up quite strongly. This year actually has seen all-time highs come in for Bitcoin. We have seen nearly 200% of gains for Bitcoin. This has been on the back of cheap liquidity, weakness in US dollar, and it has been a very strong institutional buying that we have seen in cryptocurrencies, which really has led a lot of support. So not just Bitcoin, but we also have seen the Ethereum, which is the second best currency. That one also has gained by nearly 390%. This is at May 2018 highs. Ripple is the third one in the top bracket, where we also have seen 190% of gains come in. So these three top cryptocurrencies actually make 70% of the total market capital when you look at the cryptocurrencies, and we have seen very strong gains into this one. But how much have the Indian investors gained? What are the exchanges in India doing, and what really seems to be the road forward? To talk on all of that, we are now joined by Kumar Guarav. He's from CASHAA Global. Kumar, hi, good to have you. We've seen humongous numbers come in for various asset classes, but clearly the best of and three-digit percentage gains is what we've seen in cryptocurrencies. What has been the Indian participation in this all?
I think the first congratulations to everyone who is involved in cryptocurrency. Right? It's been a really roller coaster ride. But if we talk about Indian market, I think since Supreme Court have removed the ban which was imposed by RBI, we have seen roughly 800% growth in the Indian market, and this growth has been continuously being carried since March. Because we as CASHAA currently, we are not directly involved in the Indian market, but we are one of the biggest bankers for all the cryptocurrency exchanges globally and in India. And as we are seeing that their numbers are increasing, the liquidity is increasing, the whole Indian ecosystem is consolidating, and they are trying for next growth. But what I feel that in India still we have a lot of confusion that what's the state of the currency, what are the different avenues, which is something which is stopping to really gain the momentum which we are seeing coming from US or Europe.
Kumar, as you said, since March, since the Supreme Court struck off that RBI notification, we've seen 800% of increase in Indian participation here. How many exchanges does India have right now? And would you say that the number of participants, that is, we are looking at newer people joining? I get your point that, yes, there is a lot of confusion when it comes to rules and regulations, as is the case in many other countries as well. But do you see people wanting to be part of this surge?
Yeah, definitely. I think currently India have 4 or 5 very reputable exchanges, and if we see their numbers, they are growing very organically, and it across all the platform. It's not like only the 1 or 2 have, but if you see all the Indian exchanges, be it BitBNS or WazirX or CoinDCX, if you see their numbers have been grown very systematically, and they are doing wonderfully good. Definitely these numbers have to match with the international counterparts, because if we see the gap in India, we have a rough volume of every day, what we are speaking, $50 million US, but it's a 24-hour volume. But if we take the counterpart exchanges outside India of the same size, individual exchanges are doing $50 million every day, 24-hour volume. So that's what I say, that there is a lot of room to grow. If we talk about number of users, it's very difficult to say how many number of users today exist in India, but if we take the numbers which are coming out from our customers or the exchanges, we estimate it's somewhere between 10 to 12 lakh people who own a cryptocurrency directly in India.
All right. You spoke about CASHAA, on how you give a banking platform or banking facilities, that is, to crypto companies. How well spread are you in the global markets, and what is your sense or plans now for India?
So in a global, we are based in London, and we are one of the biggest banking group, or you can say crypto-friendly banking group, giving services across the globe. We have more than 200 companies, exchanges mostly, who are banking with us, which includes almost every top Indian name which you know. We mostly give US dollar banking, US dollar, pound, and euro banking. So we don't have any products directly which is linked with INR. So last month we have made a joint venture with a United Cooperative in India to start UniCash, which will give INR-based banking services to the Indian market.
Okay.
One of the main, if we go through the data in India, actually the adoption we see is not driven by the millennials, but it's someone who from the age group which is between 40 to 55-year-old.
Okay.
Now the problem with this age segment, what we are facing is that they have a little bit difficulty understanding something which is completely digital or virtual, because it's a whole generational shift we are seeing at this point. So what we are planning in India, that we are planning to open at least 100 branches across India where people can feel comfortable, like any other bank branch, they can go and do crypto banking.
Okay.
In fact, we are opening 15 branches in between December and January, December of this year and by January of next year,
All right.
in 3 major states, Delhi, Gujarat, and Rajasthan.